Greetings, Bleach Brave Souls community! This is Kazatul coming back at you with an Awakened Acidwire Ultimate Difficulty Epic Raid walkthrough. In keeping with my previous video, I'll break things down for you piece by piece and walk you through this thing step by step. You'll see where you need to be and when you need to be there. This is the first of 3 videos I'll be creating for this event, and we'll cover Attack Phase number 1. So Attack Pattern 1 has a few different things that you need to avoid, the first being a circular claw. Just like the unawakened version, when you see that circular claw text, simply dash away. You don't have to dash away too far, it's not as big as a tail swipe, but it can still clip you if you're not paying attention. The next attack is a walking forward beam. Now these walking beams will either start from the outer edge of the screen and walk inward, or start from the center and walk outward. There are 4 different permutations of this beam, and it's completely random as to which one that you'll get, so there's no real method to the madness. You just have to pay attention here. The first is inward horizontal, where the horizontal beams will start near the edge of the screen and walk inward. The next is an outward horizontal, and this is kind of the opposite of the inward horizontal. It's basically the beams start in the center, and they move towards the top and the bottom of the screen. Then we have our vertical patterns. We have an inward vertical, and these start at the edge of the screen, move inward, as well as the outward vertical just kind of does the opposite of that. So once again, pay attention to what particular permutation that you have going on and act accordingly. And the last attack of this pattern is simply a forward claw. So hopefully you didn't get hit by that walking forward beam, because if you did, you're slow, and if he throws this forward claw in your quadrant, well, you're probably dead. Okay, let's zoom over to our action cam. We're looking for that circular claw text. There it is, dash away. Now we're looking for that forward beam, wait for the flashpoint, dash out, and then avoid that forward claw. It moves really quick. Let's see it again. Different clip here to show a different permutation. There's a circular claw, get away. Look for those vertical bars this time, dash in, watch out for that forward claw, and we've completed attack pattern number 1. For those of you that aren't aware, I'm a software engineer by trade. And like most software engineers, I love to reuse stuff when I'm coding. Well, K-Lab software engineers are no different. They too love to reuse stuff when they're coding, because attack pattern number 2 of this Awakened Epic Raid is exactly the same as attack pattern 2 of the non-awakened version of the raid. So Acidwire is going to open this thing up with a tail swipe. When you see that tail swipe text, dash back just out of range. Keep on your toes, because as soon as you see that purple, dash back in, because he's going to hit you with the blowback. Now you don't want to be blown back into the wall, because you get inflicted with slow, and if you get inflicted with slow and he happens to launch this forward claw in your direction, well, you're probably dead. So we'll start our live coverage in the last attack of the previous attack pattern, and we're looking for the tail swipe text. There it is, dash out of range, dash back in when you see the purple, and avoid the forward claw. Wow, that was quick. Let's see it again. And once again, we're starting for the last attack of the previous attack pattern, looking for that tail swipe text. There it is, get out of range, dash back in, blow back, get out of that forward claw, and resume your attack. So the third attack pattern of this Awakened Epic Raid is very similar to the third attack pattern of the non-awakened version. Basically, the opening and the closing are the same. It's just kind of what's in the middle of that sandwich just differs just a little bit. Acidwire will open this thing up with a circular claw. When you see that circular claw text, dash out of the way really quick and get ready for lots of yellow crap on the ground. When the yellow crap is on the ground, there'll be one square immediately adjacent to Acidwire where you can actually hit them while these beams are appearing. You can hit them, which is good, but you need to be mindful of your positioning, because as soon as you see that flashpoint, that square is guaranteed not to be in a safe spot. And if you were on one of the squares that was not immediately adjacent to Acidwire, well, you got to dash in anyway, so just make sure you're dashing into a safe area. You don't want to get hit with this forward beam, because if you do, you'll get inflicted with slow, and of course, the next attack is, yep, you guessed it, tail swipe. So the tricky part to this part of the attack pattern is you'll be so preoccupied with yellow crap on the ground, you'll likely miss that tail swipe text. So you just kind of got to know that it's there. So after the flashpoint of the second set of yellow crap on the ground, just dash out of the range. Fortunately, there is no blowback or anything following this tail swipe. So once you see it go off, just dash back in and attack. And we're back on location with our stalwart crew, looking for that circular claw. Get out of the way, find a safe square, find a safe spot, attack, detonate, get the heck out of Dodge. There we go. Let's see it again. And once again, we are looking for that circular claw text. Get away, find a safe square. This one's immediately adjacent, no longer safe. Get to a safe area and dash out. It gets really hairy there, but with some practice, you'll get it too. And that is the last attack pattern of this attack phase, and that concludes this walkthrough. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked the video or didn't like the video, please leave a comment below and let me know what we can do better. I expect to have the video out for attack phase number 2 up shortly. However, attack phase 3, I haven't found a group that can consistently get me to that phase, so I actually don't have any footage there. I've gotten there once, I memorized the pattern, but I can't really make a video if I don't have any footage. It's kind of like, kind of need to show you what it looks like in game for you to get the full feeling. Regardless, I might just do the slides and put up kind of a helper video before then, but hopefully I can get some footage between now and then. So once again, thanks for stopping by, and I will see you all in game.